When the folks at 3W Auto reached out and said, John, we want you to review our floor mats. Do your worst testing. We think they're durable. I thought to myself, what can I do to break them? Oh yeah, I could drive over them with my 2025 GMC Canyon Denali. Will it crush them? We're gonna find out in today's video. So welcome back to Road Reality, my friend. I'm John, these are the floor mats. It's currently 35 degrees out and I gotta get my coffee going. Coffee. To keep me warm. I put a lot of emphasis on the packaging of things because it shows that a company cares. And in this case, it's plastic wrapped all the way around. And I'm gonna try not to show you my address because I forgot my gaffer's tape and I don't wanna go back in the house. I'm still recovering from my appendix surgery, but they just wrapped the whole thing. Now with that out of the way, look at this. It's got a handle on the top. If you look at their website, they have instructions. You can actually go in here and there's an Easter egg where you can cut this out and make a cardboard rocking horse out of it, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's a project I'm gonna give to my kids. But let's unbox these things and take a close look because we're gonna do an install. We're gonna look at the fit and finish. We're gonna do the testing. I'm gonna drive with them for a few weeks before I even give my final thoughts on them. All right, so I've had a lot of other brands of floor mats throughout the years, and I like having floor mats in my truck because mostly my truck sees the street, but at the same time, it's wintertime and I'm gonna get salt and snow in there, and I don't like to muck up the carpet because especially with today's vehicles, there's a ton of electronics laced throughout a vehicle, miles of wiring. Look at that, in a bag. Oh, wonder if you can see this. Yeah, there's the instructions for a rocking horse. It's on both sides. Again, a project for my kids. All right, taking a look at this, you can see that they are in this nice bag, and this is a Thorex material. That's what they call it. It's all recycled stuff. So let me get them out of the bag. So this one's gonna go across the back seat. So at first glance, they may look a little shiny, but trust me, this is a grippy material. Can't wait to put my feet on it. I like this raised design too. That might be a little slicker. But I'm gonna lay this out in the sun. They said test them. I will not be gentle with these things. They will not go quietly into this gentle night. Now that is nice. That is a nice applique. Look at that right there. The applique of their logo. Huh, it's in two pieces. Look on the back. I think you can see that there. Yeah. Do not worry if they're folded up due to the package, yada, yada, yada. Let them lay flat, whatever. They're out in the sun. Same thing with the passenger side one. Now I'm gonna let them sit out for an hour. Get a little bit of sunlight into them, make them pliable, then I'm gonna put them in the truck. All right, they've been sitting for a while and I think they're pliable enough to install. I got two of them in and I'm finishing up the driver's side, but I wanna point out the fit and finish, the coverage, and something that I have yet to see or hear from a floor mat when I put it in a vehicle. Check this out. Here's the fit and finish. Look at that, right up against this plastic trim piece. And then full coverage, and I know I've got a dog seat cover. I carry my dogs around with me, but they come all the way back to right there. So just perfectly fitting my truck. This is actually quite outstanding. And I'm not moving my seat, but I moved the passenger seat forward so you can see a little bit more of the floor mat. See all that coverage? Look at that. It just comes right up to the edge. I mean, right there, and they might still be a little bit cold or whatever, but you can see the edge just comes right up there. To be honest with you though, I saw on their website they had some like tire track patterns for certain vehicles, and maybe they can offer multiple patterns in the future, but I would have liked to see that over the square Tetris looking thing. Anyway, let's look at the passenger seat one. And I didn't quite let it settle all the way down, but you can see how flexible they are and that this one comes right up to the edge. That is excellent coverage and it goes up the side there. I like that a lot. Something I did notice though, is if you go forward on your seat pretty far, it'll catch this edge and flip it up and you got to push it down and underneath. So I already did that on both sides and they're going to sit flat. Now I mentioned something that surprised me. Let's take a look at this and a listen as I push this onto the snap. Once you line up the two snaps, you can push down on it and that is a solid connection. A lot of floor mats will have like a cutout here and they will just sit on top of the snap, but these actually snap right in. Let's do the other one. Oh, that requires quite a bit of force. But as you can see, covers the whole driver's footwell, the dead pedal, everything else. You want to make sure, of course, it's underneath the gas pedal and all that stuff. So now they're in there. Our next test is to drive over these things and see if we can break them. But before we do, I want to talk about this Thorax material. 3W says it's a recycled material. They really hype up on their website. We use only recycled materials and everything is sustainable. And these are like pet and human friendly, so there won't be a lot of off-gassing. A lot of times, especially with a new vehicle, you get that off-gassing of the glues and plastics. It smells and it's not good for humans or animals. They say they don't have them, so we have to do a sniff test. Nope, no smell to them. So I think that's pretty cool. That's good. You don't have to care about it, but it was something that intrigued me, so I thought I'd share that with you. All right, no more wasting time. I'm gonna do this test. I'm gonna drive over these things tomorrow. And it's the next day. There's my truck. I've got the floor mats in it, but we're in this neighborhood where they've got nicer houses than mine. So let's get the passenger side one out and give it a test. This is also gonna help me test how easy they are to clean, because I was told that these mats are just like rinse and done, right? But I am out testing the floor mats. I will give my final impressions at the end of this video. So even if you just clicked on the video to see me run this thing over, stick around to the end of the video. I also have a discount code. I'll share that at the end too. There, it's lined up in front of the tire. Let's give it an angle. Yeah, like that. All right, so we've got that point there, and then that point there that might get crushed. Let's try this out. Do not try this at home. I am a trained professional. Straight ahead. And now to back over it. Wow, I'm impressed. All right, let's take a closer look. Nothing is malformed. Nothing is broken. Their logo, nice and solid. Flip it over, look at that, nice. Didn't even break these hard plastic guys, and this one was at least ground into the ground. Yeah, this one did pretty good, look at that. Cool. There, I can ride home in that. Well, good job, 3W floor mats. You held up to my GMC Canyon Denali. About a 5,000 pound truck, just drove over it once, twice, what, 3 or 4 times? That was 4 tires, right? Anyway, stick around. I got a discount code. I'll tell you about the cleaning and all the other stuff and give you my final thoughts on these. And this is what the 3W Auto floor mat looks like when I put it back in after I rinsed it off in the bathtub and let it dry. Yeah, look at that. Fits nice. All right, I am ready to weigh in on these 3W Auto floor mats. It's been a few weeks. I mean, heck, we've got new merch in the merch shop now, a knit hat, keeping my ears warm. It's cold out, it's 35 degrees. But I've had these 3W Auto floor mats in here for a few weeks, and I really like them. I am more particular than most about my floor mats. I don't like them when my feet slide around. I mentioned that earlier, and I can attest to these don't let anything slide around. I did the pizza test, take a look. In order to test the grippiness, I hauled pizza. Look at that. We got 2 pizzas and some breadsticks. I moved the passenger seat back a little bit, and here we go. Look at that. They didn't move at all. That's grippy. Yep, hauled pizza and nothing moved around, so it held on to them. What don't I like? I don't like the design of them. The little Tetris squares thing, not a huge fan, but that's a minor thing compared to they don't let my feet slip. And when you get in a truck like this that doesn't have a driver's grab rail or grab handle, your feet slipping could cause you to have a problem. Plus, I recently had my appendix taken out, so I have to be very careful about how I get in and out of the truck, and I can put a foot in there and they don't slide. So good job, 3W Auto, on that one. So I'm a huge fan. These are gonna be my new floor mats for the GMC Canyon Denali. If anything changes about my opinion, I will do a follow-up video, but I'm pretty confident that nothing's gonna harm these things. I mean, I drove over them as you saw, right? But really, they're undercutting the competition with their price point, and it's a really nice product. I really do enjoy having those in there. So thanks again to 3W Auto for sending them out for my review. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you discount code and an affiliate link down in the video description. Click on those. No extra cost to you, but it does help out the channel. And if you were paying attention earlier, I did have my kids put together the rocking horses from the box. Take a look at the finished product. I think it's pretty cool. It's a neat little bonus, a little extra, something to do with the kids when you're done putting your floor mats in. I don't know how the two ever came to be together, but it was pretty cool and the kids had fun. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your time today. I'll leave discount codes and affiliate links down in the video description below. So check that out. If you do purchase, it helps out the channel, no extra cost to you. With all that said, go check out this video next and don't forget your 2 mantras. 1, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day. And 2, do something nice for yourself every day. John out.